Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's Movie Vlog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well. Today we're talking about some breaking news. Mark Hamill confirms Luke will return in Star Wars Episode 9. Yay. I mean, this is something that is not really that surprising. We already had reports that he was on set. There really was no doubt that he would be coming back in some form or fashion, seeing that they've got literally no one from the original trilogy to market for this film. They've got to say, oh, we've got extra footage left over from when, Carrie Fisher was still alive, from the original Episode 7, and that's pretty much all we have. But hey, we got these awesome new characters that everyone loves, right? Oh, wait a minute, we can bring Lando Calrissian back. Oh, man, we're going to just improv this one. We're going to have some fun with it. Man, you definitely want to come back and see it, right? Oh, no, you still don't want to see it? Oh, hey, what about this? Mark Hamill is coming back. Luke Skywalker is coming back. Oh, that's still not enough, really. Yeah, it really is. I mean, as in the famous words of Bob Iger, it's too little, too late, Disney. Yeah, just like you thought it was too little, too late for everything that you did with Star Wars and all the movies that you released. It's too little, too late for you trying to sell people on this film. Ever since Episode 8 came out, ever since we had The Last Jedi and we had the backlash and we had all of the people just kind of ignoring everything that was going on with it. All the different actors and all the different directors coming out, attacking the fan base and calling everyone racist and sexist, etc. All this NPC activity. It's just something that I honestly really do think is going to have a tremendous impact on the box office on this movie. But let's actually see what is being said here. So Jacob Aller from sci-fi.com. Interesting that sci-fi.com is the one breaking the story. Star Wars Episode 9 has some big shoes to fill after following the controversial hit The Last Jedi. Oh, controversial hit. That's quite a way to describe it. But J.J. Abrams' return to the series will have plenty of support from one series mainstay, Mark Hamill. That's right, Luke Skywalker himself is appearing in the new film after disappearing into Force dust at the end of the previous film. Interesting. Other than that, well, we just don't know yet, which the actor made sure when he broke the news on Twitter. Check it out. Loading. Loading. Anyway, the Force Ghost with the most will possibly provide guidance and lectures just like old Obi-Wan Kenobi did back in the day, completing this training cycle and giving full closure to one of the series' greatest heroes. We'd known that Hamill would likely appear after his name showed up alongside Anthony Daniels, Billy D. Williams, and late Carrie Fisher on the returning cast list. You see, that to me bothers me the most, is the very fact that we already had this official release from Disney when they released the cast list, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's a big story, guys. Hey, even though we already told you that he was coming back, guys, Luke Skywalker, look over there, look, it's Luke Skywalker. And all the other fans are just like, no. I mean, Luke Skywalker was very exciting in Episode 7, and then he didn't do anything until the very end. And then we were very excited to see what he was going to do in Episode 8, and then he was just a crankety old man that's nothing like the Luke Skywalker that we remember, and was given no description as to why and how he went through that character arc and how he became the person that he was, even though it's totally the opposite of who he was, and kind of like the basic, he was the New Hope. Hope was part of his name, and yet somehow he became this hopeless hermit living on an island, and it just didn't make any sense. But apparently we're supposed to get excited about that. I mean, again, I like Luke Skywalker. I love Luke Skywalker. I think he's a great character, but I don't like Disney's Luke Skywalker. I think Disney's Luke Skywalker is not Luke Skywalker at all, but instead, as a lot of people like to say, Jake Skywalker, like just someone who is just completely made up, someone who has no real reason for existing. There is nothing to be excited about at this point. Oh my goodness, he's going to be a Force Ghost. Oh my goodness, so they're just going to revamp everything that's ever come before it. And not even the best parts. Because at this point, what they're trying to do is they're trying to do everything. They're literally throwing everything out there, everything in the kitchen sink, as I've been saying, to try and get people interested in this film. But as they're soon going to see, it's just not going to be enough. You no longer have that interest. Even when you have Star Wars media, again, I talked about this in the article that covered yesterday, even when you have Star Wars media saying Disney's hoping that The Mandalorian can get interest back in Star Wars, they've acknowledged now, not only the media, but even Bob Iger himself when he came out, they have admitted that they've made mistakes. They have admitted that the Star Wars franchise is not where they want it to be. They've admitted that the Star Wars franchise has problems. The problem is that they are not admitting what those problems are or how those problems came about. They would rather live in ignorance. They would rather just ignore all of those things. They would rather just blame it on something else, the fans being one. Oh, it's this group, it's this strong vocal group, but it's a very small group, a vocal group of racists and sexists and homophobes out there who just don't like any of the new characters, don't like diversity, etc., hate Rose Tico just because she's Asian. It's like, no, people don't like Rose Tico because Rose Tico is a poorly written character. There's a lot of reasons to dislike a character. It's beyond just someone's race and gender. There's a lot of reasons to have issues with Rey. that are beyond her being a woman. No one really cares that much about that except for the crazy NPC types who just care so much about anything that has to do with race or gender. Most people don't. As I said constantly, and I will continue saying it, if you go to a theater, most likely you do not really care that much, for the most part, who is on screen, or rather what race the person is, what sex the person is. What you mostly care about is, am I about to see a good story that's worth the money that I just spent? Is this worth the $15 that I just shelled out, plus the $15 for popcorn, plus the $15 for a drink that everything now is, going up in price with? That's what people think about when they go to see movies. Am I going to be entertained? And you've gotten to the point now where Star Wars is not eliciting that really huge excitement level that it normally does. Normally, if you put Star Wars on something, boom, it was going to sell. Even when you put Star Wars in the holiday special, I guarantee you a lot of people watched it. A lot of people really wish they hadn't watched it, but people still watch it nonetheless because Star Wars as a brand has always been popular. It was not until Disney took it over that began to change. Even when the prequels came out. Yes, we can go back, and some people saying, oh, you're just being ignorant, you're just changing history. No, I've said from the very beginning, I am not a prequel defender. I don't think the prequels are good films. However, I will at least admit the one great thing about them, it's a coherent, cohesive story that works from film to film to film. This current trilogy, I mean, seriously, it's like schizophrenic. It's all over the place. There's literally, schizophrenic is not even the right word for it. It's like multi-personality disorder. That's what happens when you have different directors, different writers working on different movies at different times who all have a different vision. It just does not work. It just does not work. You have to have an underlying mission. You have to have an underlying vision, which is why Kathleen Kennedy is one of the worst persons to be running Lucasfilm. Like, let's just be honest for a second. You can say all you want about her as a producer, but as a head of Lucasfilm, she has done a terrible job. She has led to the first time ever in the history of Star Wars, since 1977, the first time ever that Star Wars, a major Star Wars property, has actually lost money. $200 million lost money, by the way, and it all is due to the fact that Kathleen Kennedy made a choice. She made a choice to fire people, to balloon the budget, and didn't make the money back because she has no idea what she's doing. She is the reason why we saw a $700 million drop between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Because she said, oh, Ryan, you're going to go in a totally different direction and subvert everyone's expectations, including anyone with a mindset, anyone that actually has common sense. Oh, goody, let's have that. Oh, you listen to what I say, so you're okay. You can do whatever you want because you... Oh, yeah, I tell you to do whatever you want, and you just do it anyway. I mean, that's pretty much what we've been told about the relationship. The reason why she loves working with Ryan Johnson is because Ryan Johnson says, I'll do whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want. I'm Ryan Johnson. I'll do whatever you want. I mean, that's pretty much what we have right now. He will do anything that she wants, and that's the reason why he's there. That's the reason why he probably will end up, especially since she just got a 3-year contract extension, even though some people say, oh, it's all a ploy. Oh, it's all not real. Oh, don't worry, there's someone in the wings. It's like, okay, well, give me proof. Don't say, oh, I can send you the information. It's like, yeah, but just because you might have a document doesn't mean that the document hasn't been altered. Again, I look at reality. I look at what's actually being shown. I look at what's actually happening. And the fact is that she got a 3-year contract extension. You don't just give an executive a 3-year contract extension unless she's going to be doing something with it. That would be a total waste of money. It is not worth paying for 3 years for any PR nightmare that might come across from this. Like, it just that doesn't make any sense. From a financial standpoint, that doesn't make any sense. So let's just stay in reality. What we have right now is we have Star Wars, we have Kathleen Kennedy, we have J.J. Abrams, everyone that's attached, just throwing everything they possibly can. Carrie Fisher is coming back. We're going to use her old footage. Luke Skywalker's coming back, probably as the Force goes. I mean, is this what's supposed to get us excited? Or is it, oh, come see Rey, whose character we still haven't justified. Come see Rose Tico, who, as you remember, went on the worst story arc of any character, to Canto Bight. Oh, let's bring back Finn, who could have been really cool, but then his character went to Canto Bight, and it kind of lost any and all momentum. Oh, what about Poe? Poe is an awesome, badass fighter pilot. And then we totally emasculated him and just totally destroyed his character. Yeah, those are the characters that we're supposed to be interested in. Oh, Captain Phasma! Oh my goodness, Captain Phasma is going to be the newest cool character. And guess what? She could have been. She had badass armor. You had Gwendolyn Christie, who's an amazing actress playing her. And guess what you did? You gave her, 5 minutes of total screen on time? And then what'd you do? You threw her down a garbage chute? And then she died after a 3-minute battle into a fiery unknown. You're probably going to bring her back once again. But guess what? We have no expectations at this point. Why would any of us be interested in that character? You have given us no reason to be interested in that character anymore. This is what the current state of Star Wars is. This is what's currently going on. And until the powers that be wake up and realize this fact, no one is going to see Star Wars Episode 9 when it comes out in theaters. and you're looking at a sub-billion-dollar film that probably will barely make its money back, if even that much. But guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you care? Do you care enough that you have Carrie Fisher coming on, D. Williams coming back, you have, or rather, sorry, Billy D. Williams, Anthony Daniels, Mark Hamill's now coming back officially, even though he was already officially coming back. Like, it really does seem like, the fact that they already had the official cast list come out and now they're pushing it out again, it makes you think, oh, they're desperate. They want to remind people, oh, Luke Skywalker's in it. Does that make you happy? When in the reality, it's very easy. It's actually quite easy to make fans happy. Just tell a good story. That's all we really want. But guys, I would love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. You are all amazing people. Have a great day, and as always, God bless.